In this video, we're going to look at the effect of imports on a monopoly. Here is the monopolist inverse market demand, 20 minus Q, and the monopolist cost function. So we're going to start with case 1, without free trade and imports. The monopolist maximizes profit, which is a difference between total revenue and cost. So total revenue is price times quantity, price is 20 minus Q, and that's all multiplied through by Q. And then we're going to subtract out cost. Subtracting out fixed costs and then subtracting out the last two components here comprise of variable costs. We're going to take the derivative of the profit function with respect to Q and set that derivative equal to 0 to maximize. So doing that, we get this result here. And solving this for Q, we get Q equals 6. Plugging that 6 into the inverse market demand, the monopolist will charge a price of $14. The profit that the monopolist earns is price times quantity, so the price is 14, the quantity is 6, and then we just subtract out total cost when Q is 6 units of output. So doing that, the monopolist has profits of $52. Consumer surplus is going to be given by this equation here. It's 1/2 base times height, so consumer surplus is going to be a triangle where this 20 represents the vertical intercept or the demand choke price of the demand curve. $14 is the price that the monopolist is charging, and 6 is the quantity of output. You might want to look at this graphically to better visualize it, but nevertheless, consumer surplus is $18. Producer surplus is going to be comprised of two areas, a rectangular area, which is going to be given by width times length. So the width here is going to be 14 minus 8, and that 8 just occurs where marginal revenue equals marginal cost. And then 6, once again, is the monopolist output. And then the other part of producer surplus is going to be a triangle region, so it's going to be 1/2 base times height. It's going to be that $8 where marginal revenue equals marginal cost, and then this $2 here is where the marginal cost curve of the monopolist intersects the vertical axis. And once again, 6 here is the quantity of output, so this is $54. A simpler way, perhaps, of getting producer surplus is just simply profit plus fixed cost. So $52, adding back fixed cost, get $54. Same thing. All right, now with free trade and import. So here's the story with free trade. A perfect substitute for the monopolist good becomes available at the going world market price of $8. Domestic consumers can purchase as much of this imported good as they desire at the world price of $8. We want to solve for the monopolist profit with free trade. So the monopolist must charge a price of $8, becoming a price taker at the world price. Domestic consumers will not buy the monopolist good for more than the world price. So the monopolist will again act like a price taker, almost like a perfectly competitive firm. Will set the world price equal to marginal cost. So let's get marginal cost from the cost equation. Can take the derivative of this. The subscript m is just this is the monopolist output. So marginal cost for the monopolist is 2 plus Q subscript m. Setting that equal to the world price of $8, the monopolist will sell 6 units, and the monopolist profit will be the total revenue, which is the $8 that the monopolist sells these units for, the going world market price, times its output, and then we evaluate the cost function once again here at the quantity of output. Doing that, the monopolist is earning only now $16 of profit. The quantity purchased by domestic consumers at the world price of $8. Just take the market demand for this product and plug in $8 for P. Domestic consumers are going to buy 12 units in total. Remember, the monopolist is only selling 6 units, but domestic consumers are buying 12. How is that possible? Imports. So the difference between 12 and 6 is the number of imports. So 6 of the 12 goods that domestic consumers buy come from foreign producers. All right, now let's get consumer surplus. So it's going to be 1/2 base times height. $20 is just the vertical intercept here on the price equation. 8 is the world market price, and 12 is the number of goods that domestic consumers buy. So consumer surplus is $72. Producer surplus is going to be given by a triangle. 8 here represents the world price. 2 is the vertical intercept on the marginal cost equation. If we go back, here's the marginal cost equation. It's 2 plus Q, so that's where that 2 is coming from. And 6 is the output that the monopolist sells. So producer surplus is $18. Another way to get producer surplus is just take profit plus the fixed cost. We saw on the last screen that the monopolist is making $16 of profit plus the $2 of fixed cost. That is $18. And again, that $2 just comes from the cost equation, just a constant in the cost equation. So the deadweight loss from not allowing imports. So without imports, total surplus we found was $72. With imports, total surplus is 72 plus 18 or $90. And that difference represents the loss in consumer and producer surplus from not allowing free trade in imports, $18. Okay, that's it. I hope you found this video helpful.